Stadium, Baton Rouge. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Auburn Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. The sure hands. It's Green. He's got room. Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, LSU. Once he got some room, it was over. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pocket breaking down, and they got it.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add.
Here's a little room there. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football. Establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Trainers out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Washington. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll do it himself on the draw. Maybe some room here. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Brown wants to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here's a heat. And down he goes.
Really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive here for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards, and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
That's reeled in. It's Singleton. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Brown will throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Pulls it in, it's Berry. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense. Completion now trying to set up a punt.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Brown wants to pass. They've got the screen set up. Shows him the stiff arm. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves.
Makes the grab and room to run. The 10! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now facing a 3rd and long. It's complete to the left. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Electrifying play, and man, they set him down at the 32-yard line.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Durham. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Sometimes you hear people wanting to take kickoffs out of the game. Not when you get returns like that. 86 yards for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lewis. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Throwing, Lewis. Pressure coming. And it's a sack.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Now, the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Lewis wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And he scored! Touchdown LSU! Extra point here will tie the game. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Pulls it in. It's Nimrod. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Third and 5. Brown will throw it. Finds his man. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on fourth down, the offense has a 1st and 10.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Run in the red zone. It's Washington. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeps it on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On third down, here's Washington.
And let this be a good lesson to all young running backs out there. You just have to know when the play is over. This isn't high school football anymore. You're not going to be able to make every single guy miss, spin out of every tackle, reverse the field, and go score a touchdown. That doesn't happen at this level. Just get what you can get down, and play the next play.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Here's Lewis to throw. Going for it all. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Gamecocks trying to make it 10 for 10 here this season. This team knows exactly who they are. They've taken on the identity of that head coach, and they're a serious contender. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Sun Belt.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Tripped up for the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Brown wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Escapes the pressure going right. Looking for his man in the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Still running at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, the last possession didn't go.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A pick 6.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that can make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Is ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick. Makes the grab in their space. The 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Lewis dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Durham. That's the kind of way that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. It's Lewis again. Bringing the heat. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Throwing, Lewis. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Man, you gotta love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake. Easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Lewis to throw. Here comes the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. To the air again, Lewis. Fires quickly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The run inside. It's Washington. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to Washington. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, and they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Makes the catch. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. College football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So first down will open up the final period. They'll start on the ground with Durham. At the 35, he's got room. It's a running room. At the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, it's hard to play defense. There's so many options. You can see the RPO here. I got to play the pass. I got to hesitate for just a second. Give it to a fast speedster now that takes a crack and just chews up those yards and runs down the field. Defense is not a fun thing to play sometimes.
Running the red zone. It's Berry. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Goes to the option. He breaks a tackle. Maybe a crease. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
And that is just what you want. You get a first-and-goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss. Put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line, and he'll stop this offense a few extra yards in field position. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Fakes to grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Caught behind the line. It's Nimrod. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Brown will throw it. Got his man in the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good match.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers are back on top. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's Lewis to throw. Looking left. Complete on the comeback. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
Now on the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. He'll pitch it.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Third and 6 yards to go. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Under fire. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football. Field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job closing in on him and getting him on the ground.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Washington. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You've got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have 1 left after that. You realize you've got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Brown wants to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Lewis punts it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this one in regulation. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Brown will throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need 1 play, and this game is over. 1 takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this, I'm ending this game right now.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship, and winning a national championship.